good to go. All right, so today, right, we're gonna work on filter. Okay, filter and sorting, right? So this is the project I did when I was practicing, right? So I'm logged in already. Okay, I'm logged in here. You can see this is the dashboard. We're gonna create this on the end, right? Maybe after 2-3 days. Let's go to the issue and look at here, right? See, add new issue is right now in our project is here. So in the same component we're gonna put this filter, right? Filter selection, this box, and we're gonna add all these three options, right? Like 4 options: all, open, in progress, and close. Okay, so if I click open, right, you're just gonna see here the open filter. Okay, all the issue with open, right? You can filter with close, right? So do I have close? Yeah, it just takes sometimes time, right? But you see here closed. Next is in progress. So I just have one progress, right? So you can see the progress in progress also. So you can filter. Okay, the point here now, right? When I click on this, see that this is the important thing now, URL. Okay, because now when we're gonna do our project, right, when we start writing code, the important thing is when you click on that or when you select here on value change, right, this URL you're gonna update, you're just gonna create this URL. Okay, so like status equal to open, right? That is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna create URL here. That is one URL. The next one is filtering, basically sorting, right here. So if I click issue, see it's sorted with the ascending order now, right? Or maybe I can created add. So you can sort, right? You can sort also. So again, order by, right? Look at here, and order by. So this is also the URL you're gonna create. Now when we creating a URL, we have the status from before there, right? And plus we adding again the new this parameter, right? We are adding the new parameter. So that is important. Okay, this is what we're gonna do now, right? So when you have information like this, you're gonna params, from params you're gonna get this information, and then you're gonna fetch the data, right, according to this information. Open and order by, this information will be used, right, for fetching the data. Because remember we have status, open by, in progress, and close, right? So that is going to work to fetch the data. Or we have the issue, right, with title, ID, created ad, updated ad, all that. So here we have created ad, or maybe by status you can get status, or you have issue, right? Issue, that is title. Okay, see that? So these are our schema, right? Or Prisma, you can call it schema. Yeah, schema name, so the way you build this URL, that is important. Okay, and then from there we get this information, right, from params, and we paste the data and we just displaying again. The displaying is same thing we have done before. We just once you fetch, right, the issue, whatever issue you fetch, that will be displayed there. So that is what important. So these are the few things we're going to do right now. The reason I show you, because now it's going to make sense, right, when we're going to study. All right, so let's go back to our code. So yeah, so here, right, this is the one, I think, issue tracker. So the first one, okay, let's go to the first one, right? The first we're gonna create this button. Okay, this not button but the search box, right? Let's create that. And also I have to look at our progress, right? I mean the topic we're gonna cover. Okay, so let's look at that. Lot of code here. So filtering, sorting, and pagination. You say 1 hour, but it will take 2 hours. We're gonna work only 30 minutes today, right? So building the filter component. Okay, filter component, right? It says create issue filter, this file, right, in the list folder. So remember, we displaying all that list, right, all these things in the list folder. Okay, look at here, we have list. Inside the list we create one file, right, issue status, right, filter. So this is just the name. Create the component now. Fine. Now, right, now we want to display that form. Okay, the form. So what we're going to use now, let's say selection button, right, select button. So let's import that. Okay, import select, right, select from Redux, not Redux, but yeah, Redux UI here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is in the return part here we just put select dot root, right, the first one is root. Okay, and then inside the root we have a trigger, right, because you're gonna click like you want to go, like go down, something like that, right. Okay, I think, let me see, right, what we're gonna put here. So we have all in progress and all that. So yeah, that's fine. So let's see, here we can add select dot trigger, right, let's see trigger. I think trigger, no need, we don't display anything in the trigger, right. Maybe we just put some placeholder, and we can call it maybe filter by status, right, something like that. So you have to, this is the, this, you don't have closing tags, you must close here, right, we know that. So what else we need now? So we have this trigger. So if we have to use this, right, save, and if we have to use this component, for example, where are we going to use? So next to this button. Okay, look at this button, right, so that is inside issue action, yeah, here. So we have this button and issue status filter, right, you can see that. Okay, so let's run this server, right, and then, because I just imported earlier, right, this same file, this component, import here, and then you can display here. Okay, so let's run this server and then try to see. Our goal right now is just to create that search section, right. So if we go to the issue, this is the home page. Okay, if you go to the issue page, now you're gonna see two component, right. Okay, so select root, cannot access select root in the server, right. Okay, so we have to convert this page as a client, because this selection is the client side, means you have to take some action, right, so that any client action must be client page. So use client, and then yeah, so see, we get filter by status, right, something, you get something like this right here. So right now we don't have anything. Okay, we don't have any information here, right, we have to add that. So now after the trigger we're gonna do some code, right. So let's see, what we're gonna add is content, select dot content. Okay, and inside the content we're gonna item, right. So the item we're gonna add is basically filter, because see, we want to display this three thing, right, open, close, and in progress, and all also, right, all. So that is what we have to do, display there, right? So how are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? So let's say you want to have a label, some kind of label, right? And also there is a value. We must need a value as well, value, right? So let's see. So let's create here, right, some kind of like a structure, okay? Some kind of structure which is going to hold our label and value for all that 3 or 4 different field. So we can call it const status, right? Status, like that. Status, status, right? Status equal to, right, something, maybe we're gonna create array of object, right, like that. So here will be label, and the label will be, first one is, let's say you want to display all, right? So let's put it all here. That is we need. I mean there will be value, right? But for let's say for the all we don't have value, okay? It's all, so that's it. Let's leave it there, no need to put it. And again here label, and then label will be, the first one is, let's call it open, like that. And value, right, value will be capital open. Remember that value will coming, this will be mapped from the database, our schema, right? And then label, so I'll just copy this now, right? Let's copy this 3 times, or maybe 2 more time. You see why I need this, right? Let's see, just creating some kind of map, okay? In progress, and this value must be in same like in our schema, progress, right? In progress, and here will be closed, but I know I have written close, right, in the schema, close, fine. So but see, right now I don't have any type checking here, I don't have, right? So I must do the type checking. So for that I will put here, and then I can put it, let's say label, right? So label is, label, right, will be string, and I can add let's say I can add maybe value, right? Value, why call, this is not an object, label, right? And then value will be, okay, let's put comma for now. A value equal to, we can give it a value, right? So that will be also string, okay? And this object, right, this object is inside what, array, correct? This array, so you must put array here. But this value will be, right, not string, this will be coming from the status, from the schema, right? Okay, so yeah, so let's see why it is complaining now, right? Statuses, so that is label. Do I have, okay, I think I even forget, right? Not that, but this will be still colon. Yeah, so that is fine. So now it's complaining now, right? See, if I put the, if I put this value here, status string, it's complaining here. Why? The value is missing in type, right here. See that now here we are missing type value, okay? So what we can do, because this value is optional, we have somewhere and we don't have somewhere, right? So let's make it optional by putting question mark here. Yeah, so that solved the problem, right? Good to go. Status, so see in the status now, right, you can see all that type, status, and that is open, in progress, and close. So we have if I make here, right, something like it like that, you're gonna get error. See that? So it's saying open is not assignable to type status, right? Because status does not have that open n, you know. So that's why type checking is very important. Okay, so we done, right? Now here we just map through this and display that, right? So let's do that. Okay, so now status is dot map, and we're gonna get status, single status, or maybe, yeah, status. I think that is okay. Yeah, that is fine. And here, this is the arrow function right inside the map. Okay, and we're gonna call now the item to display, right? So we can call it select dot item, and that item must have a key because we are mapping, right? So when you map, you must have a key. So the key will be status. Let's put it status dot, what we're gonna give, right? Maybe value. Let's give it value. All is unique, right? So it's okay. And here will be also value. Statu status dot value. All right. So the complaint is what? Value is missing in children, right? VALU. Okay. So it's saying select item. Property value is missing in type children status. So status. So that is each object right here. Key is status dot value. That is fine. Oh, okay. So when you have select, right, when you have select item, because this is, you know, when you have select item, you must pass a value also. There is something, you know, property value inside the select item. Okay, so we must pass there, right? So why I don't need this value here? It should be label, you know, label, right? And here value equal to, that's the status value, right? Value, yeah. Why complaining? If we have, right, so let's say if there is missing value, you know, string or undefined, right? Type string or undefined. So if we have this value, that is, take it. If not, let's pass it, or is maybe empty string, you know. Let's give it empty string like that. Still complaining. So let me see why I get this double. Yeah, so now we got value. Okay, this is good now, right? I believe. So let's check. Again, same thing, right? This cannot be empty string. Okay, let's see how I have added before, right? So that is fine. I mean, that is okay, right? Status. So select item key is this one, label, status dot label, and value will be status dot value, right? Even I did not use anything, but it's still okay. So value or label, I mean, this will not make any difference. Okay, this is just the key, right? So value is value type string or undefined is not assignable to the string, right? Type string or undefined. And why is complaining? Or empty string. This value is empty string, right? I don't know why it's complaining. It should not complain, right? But see, we get all this open, close, and all that. But it should not complain, okay? But I don't know why it's complaining. For now, I'll just add some string here. And also remember last time we had an issue, right, in our class about the, what was that? We were working on the, even I forgot, right? I fixed that one, okay? So you're gonna see that last commit, right, for all changes, okay? That was let me see, right? We were looking at, okay, I will talk about that in the last, okay? Let's not divert from here. So that is for now. This will excuse me, sorry guys. That empty strings will work, but you know, it's just because in my last code even I have not added this and it's still working, right? So let's see if I have done something. Now that is just optional, right? Optional means you can have, you don't, maybe you don't have, right? That is fine. Everything looks okay. So even here, right, status, label, and value, that is fine, and this is what we added. Okay, so for now I'll just add something, right, to avoid the error. Okay, so just leave it like that. So the next thing now, right here, you know, see this one is div, right? Can we make like a flex box? Okay, let's make flex. Okay, from the Redux UI, flex, right? We got that flex here, so we'll change this to flex. Yeah, and here I think let's remove this, right? And then margin bottom, let's make it maybe 4, and justify, right? Justify will be between, okay, between. So with that change, you will see, okay, like that, right? See that? So it just separate from each other. So this is working. Add new issue. When you click on this, it should work, right? So let's see. Yeah, it's working. And here you can select, that is fine. All. So now you're gonna, now next time, right, in the next phase, we're gonna select this, and when you select, we're gonna add the route here. Okay, we're gonna add some kind of routing now, right? So let's do that one. So for now I will commit this. This is done. So let's commit first. So we can call it what is the first, creating what was the first topic? building the filter component, right? Let's copy this. So now we're going to add a filtering issue, right? How are we going to filter the issue? So to filter issue from status, right, we pass the status as a query parameter. Okay, query parameter, right? We have to create some kind of query parameter. So how we do that? So in our in the select here, right, you are selecting these things here. From here we are selecting something, right? So when you select something, that means there is an event, event, right? In JavaScript, remember we learned about event, and that is called value change. So in this select root, right, we must apply the value change property. So on value change here, and this takes callback function, correct? Like that. And in here, right, what we get here? So every time when you change the value, right, every like open, close, or in progress, that has this value, correct? Status just value, right? That is there. So this value will be passed to the parameter here. So we can call it status, right? Status, like that. Okay. Now once we have this status, right, it's time to build the let's say query, right? So let's build that. So I will put a curly bracket and just write some code here. It's like a function, you're writing something inside the function, right? So const, I think we have done this before also, right? Query, and if there is a status, right, then only we're gonna do something. And to build query, right, you have the question mark, correct? Question mark. So it will be like localhost 3000 / issue / localhost 3000 / issue, right? And issue / list, and inside that list we are in this page right here, because everything is moving to this page, everything is going to this page, right? So issue / list and question mark and then something after, right? Like here, see, list, and then you have question mark, and now you adding this status, right? And because we're getting this open, close, and in progress from our parameter status, we just have to build something like question mark, something like that. Okay, so let's do that. So question mark and question mark, what was that? Question mark, and there is status, right? Status, status equal to, and I'll just put dollar symbol, and call this status that may be open, close, or in progress, like that. Fine. But if, let's say, if this is falsy, right, if this is nothing, so then we're gonna we're just gonna add maybe let's make it string, empty string for now, right? Let's make it like that. Good. So we just build the query, right? We just build the query, so we have to pass it, we have to push this to the router, right? Means you have to create a route now. So how we create that? So you remember the, what was that? Use router, right? Yeah, we have to import that. Import use router from next navigation. Okay, that is what we need, and that will do the job, right? So here we can say const router equal to use router. Okay, and then after we move back here, right, let's go back to our query here, and we can call it router dot push. And what we're going to push now, how we're going to create route now, right? So we have the local host, let's say, let's put it here, right? So we have like this local host, right? Local host localhost 3000 slash issues slash let's say issues slash list, right, list, and then I mean you can plus, or you can just put a dollar sign here, right, dollar sign, and you can insert. No, okay, can we do that? Yeah, I think we can do this, right? Let's put a dollar sign, and you can put it here. Why is complaining? Query, right? So this will, this will bring like question mark. So I hope that whole route is okay, right? So localhost 3000 slash issues, ISSUES issues, we go inside the list, list, and then list and question mark query, right? That is what the route is. So localhost 3000 issues, list, question mark, and then status, whatever it comes after. That is fine. So that should work, right? That should work. So every time you change, this will do the job, right? See, if you don't want to put here, like this, you can also, use maybe normal string. Let's say normal string like that. That is also okay. But then you have to make it plus sign, right? Plus and query like that. This string we must add here, right, after this. So let's test this, right, if this is working or not. Okay, so go back to our here, and then we select, right, let's select open, and look at here. Okay, so we're getting this 20%. It is just parsing out, right, 20% open, and we don't want that equal to, right? So why that is happening? We don't want to parse, So let me check the code, right, one time. Did I add? Oh, here I put the space here. Oh no, we cannot put that space in the string. So refresh. Now if I select in progress, yeah. So list question mark status equal to in progress, right? That is what I have. So now I will take this as a params, right? Now I have this link, I can take this one and then display the data right here. So I can just filter out in progress only, because this is the schema, I have in the schema, right? The status here, this is in the schema. So that is, I can do that, no problem. So that is all here we can do, right? So we can, now we can query data based on the search params, right? Parameter or search params. So we have to go back. Where we gonna query data now? We don't do here, right? We don't do here. So where? Remember, in the page, because these are just the component we are creating, right? Look at here. This is the one place where you are getting all the data, right, from the Prisma, and displaying in this table here, status, created at, issue, all here, right? We are displaying there. This is the table. Okay, so we will do something, we already have the table to display data, right? And if you look at now, this is the object, okay, issue, right? Issue, you just need to create issue again, but based on filter also, right? So this is the issue, so we're gonna just upgrade this. Okay, so now, right, now we have params. So how we gonna structure that? Params, search params. Okay, remember question mark will, when you have question mark and something, that is search params. Search params, right, like that. and you have to structure. I'll just destructure here. Okay, so search params is CARCS. Search params is what? That is the object, and it has status, right? Status colon, and that will be string, right? Not string, but the status from the from our Prisma, right? Yeah. So search params is the object. It has property status, and that will be that may be coming from maybe open, close, or in progress from our Prisma. See, that is 3 status we will get. So that is the search param. So we're gonna get search params dot maybe what you call that, search params dot. So right now this search params, we're just dealing with the status, right? Later we have to modify again, but search params, fine. So now when you finding data, right, here let's say where, so where maybe right where, and now we have to provide the status, right? I think these are status. So status colon search params. Did we what we status, right? That is what we added. So search params dot status. So it's complaining. So why? Where? Colon, right? Where is a property? Okay. In the object we have where property status equal to search params dot status. So now let's see, right? When we search with one of the status, if we're getting or not. Let's try. Okay. So what I will do, I'm gonna get open, right? Okay, I get all the open. If I go closed, I get the closed one. And if I get in progress, I have one in progress. And if I get all, right? Okay, so see now in all, right, I getting this one. Okay, like status equal to A, right? But I don't have that A here. So that's why it should be either empty or maybe like empty string. Let's make it empty string and see what happened, right? So I still have here, so I need to remove this status. Okay, let's delete all this. So this is a bug, right? So we know that. Click on issue. So if I filter now open, okay, all. So status is empty right now, empty, right? It is returning empty. Yeah, so that's why, see, where status equal to empty, so we get error, still getting error, right? But if I remove this now, let's try, right? So it's complaining. If I put here question mark, it's not gonna work, right? I know that. So why is this complaining, guys? Where status is empty, right? Okay, what we will do now, right? For now I will just put it here or A, right? Or anything, just to remove the remove this one, but we're gonna fix that. Okay, let's go back. So yeah, okay, so this is working. Okay, this filter is working now, right? Fine. but we have to fix this. Okay, I don't know why it's not working, but the problem now, right, the problem is, let's see, let's look at here. This query, if sometimes, right, what happen if you pass, if somebody go here and just pass it not open but let's say X, right? So this open X status we don't have in the Prisma. Okay, so that means we must verify this status, right, before we send for query, before you send for the database search. So we must tackle that. That is one the problem we have to fix. The next one, for example, let's say we can maybe, yeah, let's fix this one and then we're going to figure out for another issue also. So how are we going to fix that one, right? Let's status search params status. That is fine. So why not, right? We have to check this. Okay. Oh, let's see. See, the only thing is we have all these three. We have these three things, right? Like this value. So if we have this value, right, we must check inside here. Inside, like we have to create some kind of array and verify inside, right? So we must do that one. So let's see. So let's go to the page first, right? Here in the page, our filter, here, right? So that is the, and here the code start, correct? So issue page, the only thing, async, right? Async, await, that is fine. Let's look at here. So const, because we one second, guys. Okay, I have to get the key. All right. So let's, where we're gonna write that code, right? Issue page is here. We're getting, this is just the our parameter, right? We validate that, and inside we are writing all the code, correct? And then we are returning our UI, right? So most likely we can, let me check. Okay, even I sometimes I just forget. So let's see. Yeah, so we just do something like this, right? We have to, remember we have status, correct, coming from the Prisma, the status, correct? So that status has three things: in progress, close, and open, right? So first we're gonna create that as a, we're just gonna create maybe the array, right? Object value, you pass that one and it will create the status array. Okay, and inside that array, right, we're gonna check if there is the search param status or not. If that is true, right, then only you add that value, or if not, we just put undefined. Okay, so now you're getting this status properly checked, right? This status will be either undefined or you have the proper status. If you don't have anything, it will automatically make it undefined. If you change something like X, whatever, it will be undefined. So that is what we have to do. So what I will do, right, I will just copy from there right now. Let's copy this whole thing. The only thing is, this statuses, right, statuses, object dot values. This is the JavaScript, okay. Object dot values, you pass the status. This is the object, okay. This is the status coming from Prisma client, right. You pass that one. Now we getting this array of, like you getting something like this. It will be open like that. You're gonna have in progress, so all that three things you're gonna get, right, in this statuses. Now we're gonna check array dot includes the status coming from source params. If that is true, this will get boolean, right, true or false. The includes, right, what includes will give true or false, okay. So that is true. If that is true, so now, let's say that is true, right, what's gonna happen? So here, look at this. This is the true or false value. If this is true, then put this one. If this is false, then put undefined. So this status will be either the correct status or the undefined value. There will be nothing like open X or Y, nothing. No one can change now, right? And then that status we're gonna use, right? So now, we have the status directly. We don't have to write search params status because we're getting the correct validated status, right? Validation. So let's keep it destructured like this, status directly, right? Good. So yeah, so that will be fine now, right? So let's say if I put here X, anything I put, right, no problem. You get, it will just return the whatever, right, all the box. If I put in progress, that is working. All see, if I pass anything now here, right, okay, that error is also fixed now. See that? So it does not matter you pass equal to Q or whatever, right? Does not matter, it just gonna return everything. All right, open, closed. So type checking is very, very good, right? I mean, now let me try. Okay, let me see if I can remove from here. If I just remove this, right, that one, see if that will work. But I don't know why it's complaining. It should not be, right. Status dot value. Type is string. Type string undefined is not assignable to type string. Type undefined is not assignable to type string, right? So or let's do it one thing, okay. What I will do now, right, I will make it undefined, see if that works. Still, right. So see, select, I'm getting this type from here, statuses dot map, right. So this is the status I mean value. Now it's not complaining, but it's not good, right. Let's see if there will be error or not. Yeah, there is no error, but it's complaining, it's complaining So I will check, right? I will check, but it's working. Okay, I don't know why it's complaining. Okay, so that will add, right? Either status or undefined, you know. Yeah, so let's leave it like that. Okay, so that's fine. So that is working now, right? So so now we have looked at here in our page, right, what we did. Let's recap quickly. Basically we validate, right, the from params, right, from URL you getting that status. So we check that, we do the checking here, right, if that is inside our object or not. Okay, if that is true, then you assign this one. If not, you put undefined. So no matter what you, somebody will put something in the URL, does not matter, right? It is checked already. So that is good enough. So what else? I think that is all right here. Let's say making, yeah. So let's, you know, let's commit this one. So that will be the next one, right? Second one, filtering issue. Okay, so now, right, filtering issue is done. I hope there is no more bug, right, in this one. Let me check one time. Yeah, so it looks okay. Here is the complaint. Syntax error caused by syntax error. So yeah, so it looks okay now, right? Now query data pass, data passed on the search params value, right, parameter. No, now query data pass. Okay, what is here? Okay, so we have done this part. Query status fine issue. Oh, all right, so everything looks fine, right? So commit and move to the, okay, so let's keep it up to here, right? I mean, this will be again long. The other part is also making the column sortable, right? That is also long. Okay, little bit long work. So, and sorting issue. So what we will do, we will complete this sorting and filter tomorrow. Okay, we will complete that. I will stop here, and then tomorrow we're gonna continue this.